I demonstrated how the abstractions created by a mentally ill, predatory elite don't apply to them. These abstractions that the elite created restrict and harm your life, not theirs. And through the Helsinki syndrome and the Milgram's, Pavlov, and Bernays effects, we all demonstrate symptoms of insanity ourselves. We have been essentially kidnapped at birth, and at birth, forced into participation in this corrupt pretonomic system. We're then conditioned from birth to accept our elitist oppression, and through hero worship and celebrity cults, to identify with those elitist oppressors. We blindly follow the orders of those we perceive to be in authority. The elite manipulate us through symbolism and buzzwords to obtain automatic, knee-jerk reactions from us, and then exploit us based upon those automatic reactions. Both the liberal and conservative elite do this to their own respective followers. Many never come to realize that this is unnatural. This isn't how humanity was meant to live. We've been mentally conditioned and manipulated into living as the elite want the world to be, not as we want the world to be, not as we instinctively know the world should be. This is pretonomics, and it leads to both unnatural, emotional, and physical stresses. This unnatural state of human society isn't only a reflection of mental illness, but it also causes it. The unnatural stresses created by our unnatural society harms both our minds and our bodies. Pretonomics has created both mental and physical illnesses in humanity. The emotional stresses lead to mental fatigue, confusion, suspicion, paranoia, and ethical conflicts. What the elite demand of us causes a conflict of conscience, because we know these demands are not only harmful to other humans, but also because we instinctively know they're unnatural. These emotional conflicts directly cause stress and disease on our physical bodies, our internal organs. They not only cause extreme physical fatigue, but they lead to artery and vein damage, heart disease, and ulcers, among many other complications. This horribly stressful society the elite have forced upon us at birth is causing us both mental illness and physical disease. These predatory elite that have ruled since the first civilization suffer from delusional thinking themselves. Their actions and behavior demonstrate clinical mental illness. This isn't just some exaggerated insult, but I'm using psychological definitions here, not just generalized impressions. Look up the terms delusion, megalomania, delusions of grandeur, sociopath, and schadenfreude online, and you'll see how each of these psychological conditions are reflected through elitist behavior. The psychological industry, an industry actually created by the elite, has demonstrated the elite are insane. But of course the elite will claim these definitions don't apply to them, just like they claim nothing else that restricts their behavior applies to them. Ironically, this itself demonstrates a sociopathic symptom. The elite are sociopaths. They behave without empathy, in a manner in which social rules don't apply to them, and the rights of others are persistently violated. The elite are also inflicted with schadenfreude. They actually derive pleasure from the harm and misfortune they cause others. This has been demonstrated continually in their communications with each other. In their emails and recorded conversations, they laugh at, belittle, and ridicule the dehumanized victims of their predation. Furthermore, the elite are delusional. They believe themselves to be something they are not. They suffer from megalomania, believing their elite status comes from some genetic or intellectual superiority, or from some kind of godly reward for being so much better than the rest of us. They suffer from delusions of grandeur. They see themselves in a historical context, wanting to be remembered through history for how great they were and how much impact they had over humanity. Humanity has been ruled by the clinically insane for over 5,000 years. It's this insane elite who turned America into a secret and fascist state. The insane elite have arranged it so only fascists make decisions in our country. It's they who authorized only the hiring and appointing of predatory fascists to run our country. Only fascists decide who gets security clearances, and only fascists get security clearances. Fascists have been allowed to take over the mainstream media, local and state police agencies, state and local governments, the IRS, the CIA, the FBI, the TSA, Homeland Security, the U.S. military, Congress, and the presidency. And fascists control our entire economy. I never authorized any of this. Did you? I can't condemn people for falling for this crap. I fell for it myself for decades. Man, that economics sure is a complicated subject. Well, no, it's not. What they're teaching you isn't economics, it's capitalism. And yes, capitalism is very complicated, but economics isn't. The elite have created this absurd, complicated economy to confuse and oppress us. The predatory fascists have overly complicated everything. No wonder no one can agree on anything. Simplification is essential in unifying purpose. Stop following the 5,000-year-old lies of the elite. The only people who aren't led by fascists and predators are those who aren't led at all. Our American fascist elite is spreading their style of fascism throughout the world. Just as the northern slave owners won the American Civil War, the American fascists won World War II and continue to wreak havoc throughout the entire world in our name. Again, I never authorized any of this. Did you? And the fascists within the science and technology industries have become willing and adamant allies and enforcers of this fascist elitism. The police state technologies and surveillance society are created by science. Neither the elite nor technology and science has the right to dictate the direction of all of humanity. Stop leading humanity into environmental disaster and the police state. Stay the hell out of my life. Why hasn't the scientific community come right out and denounced these fascist technologies? Poll takers, statisticians, researchers, psychiatrists, lawyers, engineers, doctors, scientists, CEOs, and rich people aren't gods. Stop bowing down to them. Quit following the insane into a perpetual state of elitist slavery and environmental disaster. In the next installment, entitled Life Experiment Part G, Science Has Gone Insane, I'll detail further how science and technology have been taken over by mad scientists and insane industrialists who are making decisions for all of humanity that they have no right to make. Please share this video and my equalism channel with as many non-predators, with as many equalists as you can. Thanks.